Get ready for an unfiltered dose of reality straight from the streets. Introducing the Ask a Cop podcast on YouTube. Join Daryl Triplett, a seasoned 30-year vet, as he dives deep into law enforcement. He's here to break down barriers and answer your burning questions. Curious? Visit askacop.live. Ask a Cop every Thursday at 8 p.m. Subscribe now at askacop.live. It's time to Ask a Cop.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back again with our Thursday episode of Ask a Cop.live, where you get a chance to phone up or dial in and ask a cop. I'm the cop. This is the civilian.
I'm the cop's wife.
Yeah, that's right. It should be Ask a Cop and Ask a Cop's wife is what it should really be. So, everybody know. Y'all know who it is. It's your boy, Daryl Triplett, a.k.a. Officer Keep It Real.
And I am Lisa Triplett, wife of the cop.
Okay, and we are here, like I said, once again with a dynamic episode. I am so glad to be here. I could never get enough of doing these shows, folks. I mean, I'm telling you, when I tell you the responses we get. Okay, first off, let me tell you something. I got to start the show with this here. First off, just want to let you know that I'm killing off Lisa on this show. Okay, she got more views last week than I've got all doggone season long. Okay, she showed her little pretty face on the camera here, and y'all just done went crazy with all these doggone comments from her. Well, I'm pretty too. I like damn comments too. All right, I've been doing this longer than her too. All right. So I said, hey, I'm going to. I said, honey, I woke her up I said, listen, looking at these numbers here, we got to kill you off. I'm sorry, I got to hate on you. You're gonna get a sting from a Japanese butterfly somewhere, and we want to X you on off this show. This is ridiculous. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So, but I appreciate you guys tuning in. I appreciate the love you guys shown. And I appreciate, us having this platform. I mean, listen, with today's climate, with all the riots going on,
yes,
all the police stuff, the immigration stuff, the stuff like that,
just the political divide.
You got to have an outlet. You got to have an outlet in a show like this, because this is where, like I said, we address the good, the bad, the ugly, no matter what it is. And that is what's so special about this show, to where we can disagree and we're still all right at the end of the show. I can still disagree with you.
Agree to disagree.
Right. I can still agree to disagree with you. Believe me, I've had almost 20 years of practice with this one right here. All right. Agree to disagree. All right. So I am very, very, very knowledgeable about agreeing to disagree. And we still move on as friends. We don't have to agree on everything politically, right? There's some things that even Lisa and I
we don't agree on.
Don't agree on politically. But guess what? No one's going to divorce court over it.
But it can happen. That's one of that's one of the main things people get divorced on.
Politics? I thought it was money.
Politics, religion,
and money.
Usually that's last.
No, it has to be money.
No.
I don't believe that.
No.
It has to be money, because when money.
The best love comes when you're broke.
I don't know about that.
That's because you don't have.
That's when I'm the miserablest I've ever been in my life. I'm hungry.
No, it builds character.
Yeah, I tell you what, it builds character and a body too, because you definitely drop some pounds.
But you know who's hungry for you, truly, and who's not when you don't have.
Well, that's true. That's true. That is true. But like I said, it's such a political divide right now, to where it makes it very difficult to know. It's almost like you don't want to talk to nobody about politics now.
No, you can't talk to them, period.
Yeah, because, people, I got family members right now who will not talk to me because of politics. Now, I don't know why, because I still love them. And, first off, these politicians ain't coming to our house for dinner.
No.
Right? So I'm not going to be like not talking to you and stuff like that, because you have a different, right? I don't know you personally. I hope that you do the best for the city, the state, the feds, the world, the USA. I hope that. But I mean, I don't know you personally. It's just it's crazy. It's ludicrous to be out there doing all this fighting and all this other stuff, and you don't know these
out their names and saying they're this and that when you don't even know them.
Yeah,
and you see a sound bite and you base your
whole opinion off of that. So with this show, that's one thing I love about the show is that we don't mind that. We'll disagree if it needs to be disagreed, and you have your opinion, I have my opinion, she has I have my opinion, you have your opinion, and she has my opinion. Okay.
That's what you.
No, she has her own opinion, and one thing I like about Lisa, she's gonna give it to you straight, good, bad, or indifferent, and I love that about her. We got one heck of a show lined up for you today, people. We work real hard every week on the show for you guys. We do a lot of research to put these shows together. Like I said, it's that time of the show where we have to pay a little bit of bills right now. And I do want to thank you to our sponsors, Tallman Pools, G11 Security, who am I missing? VH2 Networks. God knows VH2 Networks, because they provide the equipment to air all this stuff. I mean, we have a whole full-blown studio that we're at here. VH2 Networks is now owned by All Cops Ain't Bad, right here. All right. It's owned by All Cops Ain't Bad now. And they do a wonderful job. All Cops Ain't Bad really supports the show, really gives us leeway. Yeah, it's a 501c3 nonprofit, and it gives us leeway to express our opinions. Some networks will put pressure on you to lean one way or the other. And what they think is more better for the show is that we just be ourselves and express our own opinions as we see fit. We'll always be respectful. We'll always be thoughtful most of the time.
All the time.
But we're going to respect your opinion always. You respect my opinion, and she'll respect my opinion. I'll respect her opinion. And that's the way we get along. It's okay to disagree. So we're going to pay a little bit of bills right now. Do not go anywhere. Get comfortable. You got us for an hour. We got a good show lined up for you today. Trust me. Read the bottom of this. Cops versus Karens. Phenomenal.
Karens win.
Well, we're going to see. Because I'm telling you right now, these Karens are something else. And we're going to get into it when we come back from our quick commercial break. Thank you, Tallman Pools. Take it away.
With over 50 years of experience and a perfected 100% American-made manufacturing process, Tallman Pools sets the standard for excellence in fiberglass pools, spas, and tanning ledges. That's right, our pools aren't just pools, they're works of art, meticulously crafted to bring beauty, relaxation, and endless enjoyment to your backyard. And when it comes to quality, Tallman Pools doesn't cut corners. Ready to take the plunge? Contact Tallman Pools today at 770-478-2257 or shoot us an email at contactus@tallmanpools.com. Visit us at 8993 Tara Boulevard, Jonesboro, Georgia 30236. Tallman Pools, where luxury meets craftsmanship.
No, go to the here we go. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Sorry for that little bit of technical difficulty. Like I said, we do shoot these things live.
And I have 10 children, 3 grandchildren. So excuse me, my back hurt. And I had to crack my back before we got back on. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
we go through this every day, 24 hours a day, this whole back cracking thing.
Yes.
So believe you me. Oh man, I see we got some folks on. How many people we have on our live stream? I haven't pulled it up yet. How much? How many? 1,400 folks on our live stream. I love it. Congratulations. Welcome all. Everybody like and share the live, please. You got your boy Daryl Triplett, aka Officer Keep It Real here. And you have Lisa Triplett, my wife, and she's back with me for a second episode on the show here. I'm thinking about making her permanent. What do you think about that, Lisa?
Oh no, I'm already permanent on everything else. I don't know.
Well, I mean, my thing is that
if you guys want me here, I'll be here.
Well, do y'all want Lisa here? Do y'all want Lisa here? Y'all light it up in the chats if y'all want Lisa every week, please. She would make a great, lovely co-host. If you guys want Lisa, please light it up in the chats. Let me know that you want Lisa Triplett to come on every Thursday at 8 o'clock with your boy and discuss these things of AskACop.live. Again, I want to say thank you to look, everybody. Yes, bro, I agree with you. Fantastic. But wait, why can't you make this show twice a week? Oh my God. Let me tell you something. Who said that? Bring that up.
That's more times than me.
Okay.
I only want to see them once a week.
Who said that? Great Day said, but why can't we make the show twice a week? Let me tell you, it's hard enough once a week, every Thursday. And I would love if we got picked up by a major network and we were able to come on 5 days a week, that we have enough content to easily do that. But with us, and we're very grateful for VH2 Networks, who really, airs this thing and put it on their platform, and they do all the back end editing for it and all this other good stuff. I appreciate them 100%. They do a fantastic job with this. But I mean, this is work. It's really work. But thank you. I mean, I would love to see you. I would love to see you every
twice a week.
Twice a week. I would love it. But right now, it's just in the cards for Thursdays. Not unless y'all make some serious donations and help us pay some of these bills around here. Thank God for Tallman Pools. But y'all put in a chat. Do y'all want Lisa? Do y'all want Lisa? It's not just my show; it's your show too. All right. Do y'all want Lisa?
You won't hurt my feelings.
Every Thursday at 8 o'clock. Do y'all want Lisa Triplett? Every Thursday at 8 o'clock. That's what I want to know before the end of the show.
You don't see your mama, boy. I like the show.
Oh, I see. Bring her up here. Mom, thank you so much. I don't know. So she usually watches us on her TV and then responds on her phone or whatnot. But thank you so much for the love, Mom. Mom, do you want to see Lisa every Friday?
Every Friday.
Or every Thursday? You want to see her every Thursday? So let me know, folks, what we got. So, okay, we got a hot show lined up for you guys today, folks. Like I said, cops versus Karens. Now, y'all know what the Karens are of the world. All right. So it's going to be the cops and how we handle different Karens of the world and stuff like that. You're in for a treat today. Right now, I want to go to the Yeah, that's where I'm going to right now. We're going to do the saddest part of the show that we hate to do. We're going to pay 1 minute tribute to our fallen officers. Then we're going to come back and we're getting deep into this show right here. So stay tuned. Don't turn it down. Get comfortable. Smoke your sticks. Pour your drinks or whatever. I got mine right here. It's water, but I'm good. All right. See you in just 1 minute sharp. Okay, and this concludes our our moment of silence that we give to our fallen officers who are true heroes.
Yes.
One that was, I mean, all of them are very sad. All of them are extremely sad. I wish never happened. One's too many, but we had one last week that was just, there's a difference in losing an officer than losing an officer this way. We had Crystal Rivera out of Chicago PD was shot and killed by what we call friendly fire, by another officer's bullet. Mm-hmm. And it was very, very sad. Very sad. You got to worry about the bad guy shooting you, and then you got to worry about someone behind you with a gun and them accidentally shooting you. It's a lot of pressure in this job, guys. And this young lady had a kid, 10 years old, and all of them are sad. But when you talk about friendly fire, which we're going to talk about next week, it's horrific because you've been killed by one of your own, somebody else who wears a badge, and that's that's a trained individual. So it's a very, 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 very sad thing, and I've been in that spot to where I've had to tell other officers, hey, watch your muzzle control, which means point your gun down to the ground and not at me or not at another officer or something like that. So these things happen, and as bad as it is, they do happen. So
why do they say friendly fire? That's not a
right. It's not, it's just a wording term, and because the person who shot you is not a bad guy, it's another fellow officer. That's why they say, friendly fire, because you're another coworker, another cohort.
They need a new name.
Yeah, maybe we need a new name for it or something. But it's but think about this.
Even though it's not,
I want you to think about the officer who has to live with that for the rest of their life, that you took another officer's life. That in itself right there is just mind-blowing right there. And you have to live with that for the rest of your life, period, point blank. There's no takebacks. These bullets do not have names on them. These bullets are blind when they leave the barrel of that gun. And that's what we see when we're talking about this stuff. So, like I said, we've got a good show for you guys lined up, and we tried to pull some Karen videos.
Oh yeah.
Do you have any on your iPad that you can share or no? Because she found some pretty good ones. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think I sent you a couple of clips.
Okay, let's see what our comments are saying here. All right, bro. Mom says yes, she wants to see you on the call. I'm here for your program. Hello. I don't see. Oh, I see you, my boy. I came here fully. All right. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into our part of this thing is, we have a whole little lesson about this thing. And one of the things I want to address here is to my Karens out there. We're coming up Karen Avenue right now.
And Ishas.
And Ishas and all those other people who,
Karens, Ishas, Kens.
Do they have a Ken?
Yes. The Kens are the men.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I never heard of the Kens.
Yes.
Okay. We're addressing the Kens too. We're addressing Karens, Ishas, Kens. Who else? That's it.
I can't say it online.
Oh, we dare not ever mention that on this show. Jesus. Yeah. So those two. All right. So, but let me tell you a quick story real quick.
And the YNs.
Yeah, right. So I've dealt with Karens before, and it was a call at a bank. It was the Bank of America. No, it wasn't the Bank of America. It was SunTrust Bank. And I could tell you this here. This Karen was out of control. The bank called us 911 3 times. And when I tell you, I thought she was in there tearing up the place or whatnot. And when I got there, she's banging on the windows and she's just doing the whole typical Karen thing. I'm in uniform in a marked patrol car, and I pull up, and she sees me, and she immediately starts in on me. What the F are you doing here? This and that and this and that. Now, I'm trying to use de-escalation techniques. Now, it's 100 and something degrees outside. It's hot. Everybody in the bank is looking out the window at me. And I'm like, okay, calm down, young lady. This is a white young lady. And I'm like, what is the problem? And they would not let her get any water from the bank and would not let her use the restroom at the bank, right? They don't let you do that. She didn't have an account there, nothing like that. I said, well, it's their property. If they don't want you to use the bathroom, then guess what? You can't use the bathroom. I can't make these people let you use the bathroom. Well, old Karen had a problem with that. Old Karen had a problem like that. And she started banging on the window again while I'm there and stuff like that. I said, ma'am, if you don't stop banging on that window, your behind is going to jail for drunk and disorderly conduct in public. Now, mind you, we're in public. There's people driving back and stuff like that. And I told her, I was like, if you don't chill and go on and leave, you're going to jail for drunk and disorderly. And
did she ask to be your manager?
I'm going to get to that in just a second. I told her once, I told her twice. I said, I'm not telling you a third time. F you, I'm not going nowhere, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, fine. You're under arrest then. I went to go reach out to grab her arm to put her in cuffs. And what does she do? She flung away. And she, like the doggone, flung away and hit me. And that was all she wrote. That was all she wrote, folks. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I don't like to go there, but you know, if you want it, you got it, and you're gonna get it quick. And she got slammed to the ground quick and handcuffed up. And then we got her up, took her to the patrol car. It was over with. But the fact that I put my hands on this lady was a big deal to her. I said, let me tell you something, honey. You ain't in Alpharetta. You ain't in Cumming. You ain't nowhere these rich areas. You in Clayton County. And we give it to everybody equally. The same thing. I think she was from like Fayetteville or something like that. But anyway, she could not believe, I can't believe you assaulted me. I can't believe you put your hands on me. How dare you put your hands on me? Blah, blah, blah. You have no right to put your hands on me. I said, well, actually, I do have a right to put my hands on you. It's called an arrest. You're going to jail. And let me tell you something.
You can't scare a Karen.
Well, you know something that was even more important. Before she asked for the supervisor, I noticed something. When I ended up having to take her to the ground, and I didn't slam her real hard, but she got the point. She was on the ground. I noticed something. What? No cell phones came out. Nobody stopped and looked. I mean, people were just walking about like just regular, just do. It was none of that.
Because they're used to it.
Well, I think because I have my suspicions on why that is. My suspicions on why that is. But no one pulled out no cell phones. No one called in a complaint. No one came up and started protesting and riot for Karen or nothing like that. So I was like, wow, this is very interesting. So when we get into this thing today, we'll talk about officers, civilians, and how we sort of see different things. We can go on to the slide real quick here. Let's see here.
You want to show any?
No, that's go to the first one. That's the final one. I love that picture. Why did you pick that picture? Or did I pick that picture?
I think you picked that one, but that's a great picture.
Yeah, cops versus the Karens of the world, the phenomenal.
Oh, you should have got the one with the haircut.
Which one? Oh, the regular, the crew cut. Yeah. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is, you want to take the first one there? Okay, we're going to do.
Show a video?
I don't have a video to show. I wish I did.
Okay.
I wish I did have a video to show. Okay. All right. Let's start. Oh, we got 1,915 folks on. Everybody like to share the live. Please go to the channel, subscribe to the channel so that we can get your information and so that you'll know every time that we go on live and that you guys will have this information or whatever. Okay. Going to the next one. Okay. Introduction. The Karen phenomenon is a stereotype describes entitled, demanding individuals who exhibit inappropriate behavior in public, which the lady I locked up 100% did. Matter of fact, when I was on the ground with her, I think I seen the people on the bank like, I think I seen them doing that, right? And what happens when these individuals interact with police officers? Well, it could go one or two ways.
No, it always go the wrong way.
I know. You could either calm down or you can calm down while you're in the back of the patrol car.
That never happens.
That never happens. Never happens. Okay. So on you, cowgirl.
Karen defined. A Karen is a term often used to describe individuals, mostly middle-aged white women, who demand special treatment and escalate situations. These individuals may display this behavior such as aggressive entitlement, disrespect, or disregard for authority.
So, when we talk about a Karen, to me could be, I guess you said different names. You said Karen, I guess, a middle-aged white woman, Karen. Who's
Ishas?
Ishas is the middle-aged black woman,
yeah,
who feel entitled and all that other good stuff. And then the Kens are the men, the white men. What are the black men?
I don't know. I haven't seen the term for them. Well, you know what they call them. Us.
Us.
In us.
Right.
In us.
In us. And in us, middle-aged black men who think they're above the law and above reproach and just being buck wild in public.
Young black.
Yeah.
Are the YNs.
Are the YNs. That's right. Young black men are the YNs.
It's the YN phenomenon. We should have added that in too.
So, okay. So police officers face difficult choices when dealing with entitled individuals. Should officers comply to avoid escalation? I could tell you this right now, 100%, absolutely not. Our job is not to give in to people so that we can avoid conflict. Our job is to enforce the law. Okay? Our job is to enforce the law and keep the peace. And we're seeing a lot of that right now in the situations on the West Coast and all over the world seems to be now. So should officers comply with to avoid escalations? Absolutely not. Should they stand their ground and uphold authority and maintain control? Absolutely. Yes. Without that, you have no control whatsoever. And when in the absence of no control, you have chaos.
Yes.
Okay? You have chaos. All right? Okay, next slide.
The duty to shut it down. Officers are sworn to protect the public and maintain order even when faced with demanding or inappropriate behavior. Is it in the officer's duty to calmly de-escalate, or is it essential for them to set boundaries with those who cross the line?
Well, I'm going to tell you, what do you think?
My method of de-escalation and your method of de-escalation.
Maybe two totally different. What is your method of de-escalation? What would you think?
Well, if it was one of my kids, I'll pop them in the mouth. And that de-escalate for...
And I'm sure she means that with all the love and warmth that she could muster up.
I do it out of love.
Right. But, okay, so we're sworn to protect the public. We are sworn to maintain order, even when faced with demanding and inappropriate behavior. Okay? we have a duty to shut that down.
Like, when is it too far?
Okay. When is it? Well, it's too far when we arrive because someone has called 911 because apparently they couldn't handle the situation. So it's too much when I get out my patrol car and go on the scene. It's already too much because someone has said that it's beyond my control. I cannot control this individual and I need help from a higher authority. So officers do have a duty to calmly try to de-escalate the situation when appropriate. But I'm not about to let you do $25,000 worth of damage to property before I start, protecting property and protecting lives and stuff like that. So it's just not the case. So we all, the whole thing I've always said is if we all exercise a bit of control, it'll go a long way. Things may not be the way you want it to be. You may not get what you want all the time, but if you exercise some control, it generally works itself out. When you go out of control, be a Karen, Ken, what is it? YN, in us, what's the other one? Ishas and stuff like that. It's not going to work out good for you. The only thing you're going to do, you're going to find yourself with the same problem and a trip to jail with added bills, attorney fees, bonds, and all that other stuff.
And maybe loss of work.
It will also work because you can't work while you're in jail.
And
so,
Lord forbid if you have your children with you.
Oh,
you don't want them taken away.
DFACS, okay? We can't call nobody to get your kids. They go into DFACS. Yeah. So we got to think of just more people than just ourselves. Impounded a car.
Yeah.
Your car going to get impounded. You got to get that out the impound. You know what I'm saying?
Know when to fight.
Right. No, pick your fights wisely.
Yes.
And being any of those acronyms is not wise. Not wise at all. Next slide. Giving into entitled behavior can lead to the following. Now, this is good. Giving into this type of behavior, it erodes authority. It erodes my authority. It erodes the department's authority. It erodes the authority of law enforcement. If I pull up on any of the acronyms and I'm just like, oh, that's just Karen. She's just going off right now. Oh, we're going to let her. All right. That goes against everything that we stand for in law enforcement, period, point blank. All right. It increased public dissatisfaction and it sets a dangerous precedence for future encounters because now she says, well, if I did it with this officer, I could do it to the next officer. And guess what? The next officer may not be as friendly or as patient as I'm going to be. So you got to think about that. That's just like a relationship. You can't treat one relationship. I can't treat you like I've treated my past relationships.
Or your children, you can't.
Right. So but it does erode erosion of authority if you just give in to it. The same thing that if that's just with law enforcement, anything. If I let you beat your wife and I'm like, okay, well, you know what?
He do it every week.
He do it every week, and it's really not him because he's drunk. Yeah. And he did just get fired. Okay, well, we're going to put some steak on that left eye. And if you hold your head back, so the blood rushes back, it ain't going to, you know what I'm saying? So, and then next week, we're back at the same thing because this officer let me do it this week. No, that's not what the job entails. It's not. I don't care. It just is what it is. Okay, next slide.
Balancing empathy with authority. The key for officers is balancing empathy with firm authority. 1, acknowledge frustration without compromising respect. Use conflict resolution techniques to diffuse tension. And ensure all parties are treated fairly while upholding the law.
Now, I'm going to tell you something here. Number 2, use conflict resolution techniques to diffuse situations. That's a very strong, if it's safe to do so.
Okay.
That's a very strong, if it's safe to do so. Everybody goes, you didn't use de-escalation techniques. You didn't use de-escalation techniques. You didn't use de-escalation techniques. Well, this is about her third stab to this guy's gut. So you may not be able to use de-escalation techniques all the time. So that's not a law, by the way. All right. That's a, if you can, we prefer it.
Yeah.
Right? If you can, that's what we strongly prefer.
Yeah, somebody coming at you like this.
Right. Yeah, there's no time for it. Okay, so what do you plan to do with that big sharp knife? Right? So that's not the time to de-escalate. That's just not appropriate for that. Because again, I said it last week, I'm gonna say it again. I didn't sign up for this job to die. And I've had a couple of you comment on this post that said, well, you signed up for the job, you know the possibility you could die. Well, hell, I could go out here and get hit by a bus and die. I'm clear on that. If that's what happens as a result of that, that's what it is.
Everybody's gonna die. I'm not gonna expedite my.
Aziz says facts. That's right. But I'm not going to expedite me getting into an early grave because of your foolishness, or because this is another big one. Because you're having a mental breakdown that day, or you didn't take your meds. Now, all your family done said he didn't take his meds. As soon as you walking up, he didn't take his. Okay, well, then why are you calling me then? Because I can only act one way. Oh, thank you, Aziz. I love this program tonight. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Like and share with everybody. If you know he hasn't taken his medication, then why the heck are you even calling us then? Call a doctor, social worker, call his doctor, find his meds, give him his meds, do something. Because when the police get there, it is very limited what we can do. If this guy comes at us with a knife, we're only trained one way to handle it. Now, someone says, well, that's why they need no. They say that's why we don't need the police. We need the psychiatrists to be coming out and respond to scenes like that. Oh, really?
The psychiatrists need a psychiatrist.
Oh, really? You're gonna need a lot of psychiatrists. You're gonna need a lot, because the first one that gets stabbed about 52 billion times, the next psychologist is going to be like, yeah, I'm good. Randy ain't take his medicine again. I'm good. So we got to be very, very, very careful when we talk about conflict resolution and techniques to de-escalate and stuff like that. Yes, we do want to de-escalate. That is a primary goal of law enforcement, is to de-escalate. It should be. It is. But you have to de-escalate when it's safe to do so. All right. Ensure that all parties are treated fairly and upholding the law. That's another one. Okay. Now I've seen plenty of people, and we're gonna talk straight on here. Okay, we're gonna talk straight. We're gonna talk real. All right. I've heard plenty of people say, "Well, I see the black or the white woman ran from the officer and hit the patrol car, and if that was a black woman who did that, they would have shot the patrol car up." They would have shot the patrol car up, right? So that's not fair, right? They let the white woman get away with. Listen, my thing has always been this here: is our society has always had and struggled with racism from the beginning of time, and you know that if we have struggled with racism from the beginning of time, you know, as a person of color, that you might not want to put yourself in that predicament. You know, as a white person, as a Spanish person, as anybody, that's a dangerous game that you're playing, putting yourself in that predicament to be running from the police, ramming police cars, trying to hit officers and all that other stuff. It's a dangerous game to play. So that's why I say always, hey, you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. So let's not do this.
But the problem with that is,
Gallagher, thank you.
They're stating things like that, but that was a different officer in a different precinct, in a different. I'm not that person. So what they do to de-escalate may not be my reason or the way I de-escalate. So you can't judge because they let that girl down the street get away with such and such, and they shot her, but this person did this and they didn't do. Those are totally different people.
Absolutely, they're totally different people, and
different circumstances, different
that's
ways
right.
of
One thing I'll tell you, one thing that we're taught in the police academy, they should acknowledge them. Gallagher said they should acknowledge them. What do you mean by that, Gallagher? Tell me, what do you mean by that? They should acknowledge them. But one thing I want to tell you, they teach to the police academy. You can't tell me when I fear for my life. I can't tell you when you fear for your life. That is a judgment call that each officer has to make. What may make me fear for my life may not make you fear for your life.
But that's not even a police thing. That's an everybody thing.
That's an everybody thing.
Like what threatens you may not threaten me. You know, shoot, you might can deal with a rat, but if I see one, I'm moving.
Right. What she's told me several times.
I will move.
Right. She's told me that several times. I see a rodent in here, I'm moving.
And they can have the house.
We live in the country. Well, sort of somewhat in the country. So, okay, next slide. I know we're getting up on time here. I love this show. Okay, here we go. Now let's talk about the law. Justice requires impartiality. Officers must avoid making assumptions based on appearance or tone. Now, that's the reason why we don't just look at a white guy who is with a big beard and he maybe hasn't shaved and maybe he's stinking and you think he's homeless or whatever, and you treat him some type of way, or a black dude who's got the gold chains on, dreads, the gold in his mouth and stuff like that. It could be an undercover cop. You don't know that. It could be an undercover cop. You don't know. So we cannot, under any circumstances, judge a book by the cover. Okay? The easiest way to know that you're not making any mistakes is to ensure fairness to everybody. I treat everybody the same. No matter what I may think. I may roll my eyes and go, oh, Lord, here we go. Here come Karen. But when I roll down my window and I talk to her, I'm going to be like, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, or yes, sir, no, sir, whatever. But I may have my own personal thoughts in the back of here, but I'm not going to let it come out here. And that's just human. Yes. That's just anybody. It is. Hey, that ain't conscious, it's just anybody. Reduce bias in decision making and focus on facts, not, oh my God. Focus on facts, not feelings.
Oh, that's a whole different thing by itself. That's a whole show in itself.
Let me tell you something, folks. I can't tell you how many cops and civilians have gotten in trouble for feelings. Am I lying? Stop me when I'm lying, folks. How many people have gotten in trouble for feelings? Well, I feel that blah, 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 blah. Well, we're not asking your feelings. All right? We're not asking your feelings. Feelings are subjective. We have to look at facts. That's why I say that every time we have an officer-involved shooting, do not absolutely positively, you cannot just automatically think that the officer is wrong.
Because
you can't automatically think he's right neither. What you have to do is go off facts. You have to go off facts. And we have to follow the facts. Where the facts lead us is where they lead us. On one thing I love, on the shooting that happened with Officer Rivera in Chicago, I'm going to look into this camera and I'm going to tell you something I respect the Chicago Police Department for, is they were honest and transparent, because that hurts. That hurts the department. It hurts other police officers. It hurts the families. It hurts fellow coworkers. But you have to be able to look in that camera and say, the suspect didn't do this. It was friendly fire. It was a horrible accident. And to me, that is just leaps and bounds of telling the truth, being upstanding, everything of when we raise our right hand and take an oath of office, what we're supposed to do, and being above board. It takes a lot of guts to do that, people. It takes a lot of guts to do that. And I respect them and I salute the Chicago Police Department for that. Carrying justice. That's right. That's what we need, justice. Okay, next slide.
Public trust depends on fairness. Siding with the louder or more entitled party can undermine police integrity, erode trust in law enforcement, make others feel ignored or disrespected.
So just siding with the loudest person there, I'm going to burn this mother down. You can't afford gas to go to the corner. All right. I would strongly suggest you not waste your little bit of gas money on trying to burn something down. All right. So again, it still undermines the integrity of police. We still can't do it. We still should not do it under any fashion or form. Just because you loud, I got the perfect thing. I've seen 1,000,000 times people resist an arrest and saying they're not resisting arrest. Okay?
Oh, they do that a lot.
A lot. Okay?
I'm not resisting.
I'm not resisting. Help me. But they still flirting around and this and that and doing this and all this other stuff and not doing and complying with the officer's saying. That's called idiot resisting arrest. I don't care what you say, how loud you say it. Help me. I can't breathe. I can't do this. I can't do that. It's still resisting arrest.
You can't breathe, but you're talking.
But you're talking. Okay? So just because you the loudest in there, we're going to still have to do our job. That's what we're charged with. Next slide. De-escalation requires listening. Now, I'm going to tell you something, folks. One thing about two things for sure. Many conflicts can be resolved with people when people feel heard. Okay? When you take a minute and calm down and take a deep breath, first off, gain your self-composure first. You can't control anybody, not unless you control yourself first. You can't de-escalate anything, right? Gain clarity on what is really happening here. Okay, what's really happening here? What are we really talking about here, right? And demonstrate professionalism at all times, even though it's hard, because they in your face, they breath stink, they spitting on you, and
calling you all out your name.
Calling you all out your name, but you may have had a rough day personally yourself. Your wife may have got on your nerves, this, that, the other. Now
sometimes something tragic could happen. You may have lost a loved one.
Right.
You may have went through some traumatic things yourself that day, but I have to be professional when I'm at work. So
you have to just take a deep breath. And you know something I've done before? I've stepped away and say, hey, Lisa, can you handle this call for me? Because I'm just not feeling it. I'm going to go off. Right. There's no shame in saying that.
And it may triggers.
Yeah. There's no shame in saying that. Let me tell you something. If you are sensitive to rape, incest, stuff like that, you may want to have another officer interview that guy that's accused of rape or incest or whatever, because it may trigger something in you and you may snap.
You may have been raped.
Right. And remember one thing, behind every badge, what did the Chief of Police of Columbus, Ohio say? Behind every badge, there's a heart. There's a heart behind every badge. And we're only human. Okay? So remember that. Oh, we're up to 2,075 people. Everybody, please like and share.
Yes.
Everybody, please like and share. Last slide. Go ahead. Okay, in conclusion, handling entitled individuals or Karens requires officers okay. I don't know exactly what that is.
I do.
Oh,
the assault.
Oh, okay. Yes, the assault. Yeah, we got to use the assault. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. The producers just jumped on me something. Sorry, guys, but I'm still getting this right. Okay. Handling entitled individuals or Karens or whoever, whatever acronym you decide to be that day, requires officers to remain and compose themselves, be assertive and professionalism at all costs. Be professional at all costs. While their behavior can be challenging, maintain authority and setting boundaries is critical for both the officer safety and community respect. Because remember, a lot of these guys are just trying to get you to act out of character so that they can record you
Yes.
and go viral. So don't even give them the satisfaction for it.
Don't even have to see the whole thing. They'll clip it.
They'll clip it, and all they're gonna see is just you going off, and you're gonna be like, "There they go again,"
Mm-hmm.
right? So right, yeah. No, he just robbed a bank and shot 3 people, but other than that, he's not messing with anybody right now at the time. So we got to be real careful, people, about being Karens, Kens, and all the other acronyms and stuff like that out there, because we know you're out there. Karens, Kims, what are they again? Karens, Kims, Ishas, YENs, all that other good stuff. We know you out there. But what we're asking is just give us a break, right? Control yourselves.
They are if
I know, but I'm still going to ask. It's just not worth it.
Be in the comment section,
and they're always at the airport. It seems like. Why is that?
Like the lady said, I want to speak to the manager.
She wants to speak to the manager at the airport. I said, "Oh yeah, we'll jump right on that for you." Right. So we all have issues. All right, and one of the things that I want to say is that we all have issues. It's how we deal with them, and it's not easy all the time. But it's something that it's going to happen in this thing called life. So, take it easy, guys. Life is hard enough as it is. We have race relations that we're trying to build on in this country. It's very, very difficult with the times that we're having right now, with everything going on, with the immigration, the deportation, all that other stuff, combined with everything else that we have here in the United States. It makes it just that much more. What does that say there? Who says that? Oh, I'll let you read that. That's your mother-in-law.
I am so proud of you, son, and I'm really happy to see your wife by your side. I enjoyed the show today.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mom, and we love you too. So, with that being said, we want to thank you guys all for joining us. Like I said, we do this every Thursday at 8:00 sharp, and we would not be anything, absolutely nothing, without you. We have a couple of great programs that are coming up that I want to talk to you guys about just quickly here, and one of them we have the comedy show coming up on July 18th. July 18th, it's going to be at Uptown Comedy.
If you're in Atlanta, show up.
If you are in Atlanta on the 18th, July 18th, please don't hesitate to come see your boy. I'm going to be there. We're going to have other great comedians there. We're going to have some media outlets there. I believe the AJC is talking about showing up. Fox 5, a couple of other ones. They're great supporters of All Cops Ain't Bad, and we support them also. So please, it's about healing. It's about these shows that we put on. We don't make any money from them. They go towards our fundraiser things that we do, like our emergency fund program and stuff like that. And then our second one that we have coming up, of course, is the Guardians Ball. And the Guardians Ball is a fundraiser to help out our emergency fund. Our app is probably about 95% done.
Okay.
I was looking at it the other day. It looks wonderful. But more importantly, people, these programs are designed to help people in the worst possible time of their lives, where they call 911 and that mother may not have any resources available,
or father
may not have any resources available. It's easy for us that maybe have money and stuff like that, but picture it for just a second. You have no money, you have no transportation, you have no way to get anywhere, right? And there's no resources, and the cops that come to your aid, they're not giving you money out of their pocket, right? So we've established an emergency fund program that will assist that woman, that father, the children, feeding them and stuff like that in the time of emergency need. That could be at 3 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yes.
And that's what the Emergency Fund Program is all about, reaching people and touching people where they're at. All right. I'm your boy, Daryl Triplett, and this is my wife, Lisa Triplett, and we both are part of the All Cops Ain't Bad and the Ask a Cop show now. Oh, congratulations. Welcome to the Ask a Cop show.
I didn't.
Oh, yes, you did. Congratulations. Welcome to the Ask a Cop show. Again, we want to thank you for joining in with us, and we want you to come back to us next Thursday. Next Thursday, same bat time, same bat channel, and we want to see you there next Thursday at 8 o'clock. Until then, I want you to be safe, and as always, I want you to love on each other. Stay safe, and we'll see you next Thursday at 8 o'clock. Peace. Much love.
With over 50 years of experience and a perfected 100% American-made manufacturing process, Tallman Pool sets the standard for excellence in fiberglass pools, spas, and tanning ledges. That's right, our pools aren't just pools, they're works of art, meticulously crafted to bring beauty, relaxation, and endless enjoyment to your backyard. And when it comes to quality, Tallman Pools doesn't cut corners. Ready to take the plunge? Contact Tallman Pools today at 770-478-2257 or shoot us an email at contactus@tallmanpools.com. Visit us at 8993 Tara Boulevard, Jonesboro, Georgia 30236. Tallman Pools, where luxury meets craftsmanship.
Hello, everyone. It's Daryl Triplett with All Cops Ain't Bad. I just want to take a moment to thank each of you for your continued support. Whether you're tuning into our podcast or attending our events or making a donation, you are making a difference in the mission of All Cops Ain't Bad. So thank you for being with us. Let's keep pushing forward, bridging people together, and continuing this important work. Together, we're stronger.
Get ready for an unfiltered dose of reality straight from the streets. Introducing the Ask a Cop podcast.
This is your boy, Daryl Triplett, a.k.a. Officer Keep It Real. You know who I am. I'm your favorite police officer, and I'm asking you to join me every Thursday at 8 o'clock p.m. sharp for the Ask a Cop live show. I'll see you there. Don't be late.